here for the presentation of our chapter, A Type of Surgery. In this chapter, here are three main characters. First, Tricky, a small dog. Second, Mrs. Pumphrey, mistress of Tricky. Third, Mr. Harriot, a veterinary surgeon. So in this story, Tricky was a small dog overfed by her rich mistress, Mrs. Pumphrey. When Mr. Harriot saw Tricky, he was very surprised because he had become very fat, like a bloated sausage, legs at each corner. Mrs. Pumphrey said that she gave him extras for more energy, but he seemed to have no energy. So Mr. Harriot suggested her to give him a strict diet and some exercise, otherwise he will become very ill and die. At that night, Tricky did not eat anything, so Mrs. Pumphrey suggested him to hospitalize for a fortnight. So without any delay, Mrs. Pumphrey and her entire staff started packing Tricky's day bed, night bed, day bowl, night bowl, favorite cushions, toys, etc. She was very worried about Tricky. Now the next part of the story Ujjwal will tell you.
After reaching the hospital, they were very proud and all dogs come around the Tricky and sleeping for a few seconds, and they decided that he was an uninteresting object and ignored him. Mr. Harriot keep eye for 2 days on him. He gave no food, only gives him a plenty water to drink. One day the door was opened and Tricky ran out from the house, and there was a prominent dog named Joe and his friends. All dogs to surround the Tricky and inspecting for a few seconds and moved to the ground. Tricky followed all dogs with a sulfur fat. Trotted spoiled the food into the bowl and all dogs rushed to eat the meal. Tricky was not interested to eat the meal. One day, the one bowl was also served for Tricky to eat. Mr. Harriot was happy to see that Tricky making efforts to eat. And Tricky was ready to fight like a tiger in the mealtime and hunt rats at the night time. Mrs. Pumphrey worried about the Tricky's health. She was calling a dozen times about the latest bulletins. Mr. Harriot said to Mrs. Pumphrey, Tricky is out of her danger and he is recovering from illness. By hearing this, she brings fresh eggs, and the next day she brings the wine for the Tricky. Mr. Harriot said to Mrs. Pumphrey, Tricky is harmful for the dog in the meantime. The next part of the story Arnav will tell you.
They were surprised when the brandy came up. In the morning they ate eggs, and in the evening, in the afternoon, wine, and they ended their day luxuriously round the fire with brandy. It was a temptation for them to treat Tricky as a permanent guest, because Tricky's mistress, Miss Pumphrey, used to give him eggs, wines and brandy. Soon they were compelled to call her and to tell her that now Tricky was okay and out of danger. Within a few minutes, a long black-white car came at the surgery. The chauffeur opened the door and Mr. Harriot went to visit Mr. Pumphrey. She was looking very nervous. Mr. Harriot told her that now Tricky is okay, and he went to fetch him out of the surgery. When he went inside the surgery and in the lawn, he saw that Tricky was playing with all of the other his group of the dogs, and in a fortnight he has attained a golden figure, and he has now turned into a lean and hard muscled animal who was very active. Then he bring him to out of the surgery and to Mrs. Pumphrey. By seeing his mistress, he was very happy and took a tremendous leap into his lap. And he started licking her face and barking on him, showing his excitement. Mrs. Pumphrey was very happy seeing that the Tricky has recovered now. And when she was going, she leaned out of the window with tears in her eyes. She thanked Mr. Harriot and called it a triumph of surgery. This story carries a moral that over pampering spoils child, and excess of everything is not bad, it's worse.